Hello, good morning, good everyone. Welcome to our live Q&A session. Okay, let's allow a few moments for everyone to join. So last Friday, we did host the free webinar Crypto Wave Bitcoin 200K journey and the alt season forecast. We covered some key insights about Bitcoin cycles, targets, and altcoin season. We are now back for a follow-up session to answer the remaining question we couldn't get to, and we'll take a deeper look into altcoins. So feel free to drop your questions below, and let's dive in. Okay, still waiting for a few more people to join. Let me know if also the audio is working. Great. Let's double check in a second. Okay, in the meantime, let's check just a quick disclaimer here. This session will be, of course, is for educational purpose only and should not be considered as a financial advice. Remember, trading cryptocurrency involves risk, so always do your own research and make decisions based on your personal strategy. Now let's dive in. We'll be starting by taking a look, just a quick overview about Bitcoin with the current short-term move after the recent weekly close that we saw. The strongest weekly close will make a new all-time high, so the highest weekly close for Bitcoin, which closed, of course, around 109, depending on the broker, but majority were around 109. So technically speaking, new all-time highs weekly close, which confirmed the extension to the upside. As we discussed before, we still expecting Bitcoin to extend higher. We're expecting the cycle from April to extend, technically speaking, the equal X area, which will be the main minimum target for the cycle, started from 5th of August to 2024, will be around equal X area 135K. So that's going to be our main target for now. But in the meantime, this structure, of course, will be developing, I believe, in the summer with potentially 2 pullbacks before the final move higher into October 2025. Again, this representation is the minimum target to the upside. We explained it that there is potential that we could be extending all the way toward 2000K, even breaking above if BTC is starting the strongest wave 3 to the upside. So that's not going to be taking place really in the short term. This could be taken even longer term if the cycle extend into next year in 2026. Then yes, we could be expecting the wave 3 to extend in time and price. But for now, we're gonna keep it simple, as we are still expecting the cycle from April to remain in progress. Then we could be looking at least for 121, 135 in the coming few months. Now, most importantly for us here is looking for the bullish altcoins that are presenting good buying opportunity. So the one that we mentioned in the previous webinar, what's one of the leading at this stage. It's about to enter maybe soon the top 10 coins. I think it's around 13 or 14. Is Hyperliquid, of course. As you know, this is a good DEX for trading, which started since last year, and it's attracting a lot of liquidity. For us, what really matters is that it's showing a bullish and complete sequence to the upside. It managed to make new all-time highs. I mean, this chart is incomplete, but you can assume we'll show the other chart later on. But as it started from lower levels, we did manage to make new all-time highs recently. I mean, this happened basically I think on Friday. So the moment we have a higher high sequence, now we expect this cycle to keep extending to the upside. It's creating higher highs, and the pullback should remain, technically speaking, supported above 28. That's why I think this will continue high. We are pushing a first target around 41. I mean, it did made new highs today, I believe. So we keep pushing this instrument to the upside. So you can be looking for pullbacks to be able to buy it. I can show you the other chart for hype with the more exact targets to the upside. So if we take a look here, 1 second, allow the chart to load. Okay, there you go. Okay, so we showed that we are looking for a minimum target of around 52, but as we are expecting this breakout to be the wave 3 of the cycle, which started from basically the November of 2024. If the wave 3 is going to extend and we are just breaking to the upside, so we could be expecting at least 63, which is the 618 area of 1 and 2. I mean, this will be the minimum target. We don't know if it's going to be an extended wave 3 or not, but if it's going to be just a regular wave 3, then we can expect 63. If it's going to be an extended one, we can keep creating a nesting structure here before more upside, which could be aiming for this target around the 4.2618 area, fib extension of course, which could take even toward 150. Remember, we have a period of time where we expect this alt season to continue higher, and if we are looking for at least October 25, then we still have enough time for these instruments to rally. I mean, these leading instruments have the potential of extending few X's to the upside. Of course, not every one of them, as we explained it in the previous session. We only favor the one with the strongest bullish structure, and the one that are making new highs are more favored to break and to break above the previous peaks, which will confirm this extension. Now, one of the aspects that were some unanswered question in the previous session was Hedera. Of course, the aspect, as you can see here in the daily, is still trading within the sideways range, still trading, of course, below 2025 January peak here, 0.4, and the April low is kind of the sand on the line for the coin at this stage, because as long as it stays above it, technically speaking, it has the potential of an extension to the upside. I would really want to see more price action developing in the short term, because we are seeing, technically speaking, 5 swings from the low, or 5 waves, depending if this is a valid 5 wave or not, but we are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings, which support, at least after finishing the current 3 waves pullback, another 5 waves. Now the question that will be coming to the mind later on will be if it will be able to break the previous peak or not. It needs to develop a 5 swing higher, hold the lows, and continue to the upside. For now, we are not seeing the strongest bounce compared to many other leading instruments, but in case this is going to be also another break, then this could be retesting the previous peak from 2021, so somewhere around 0.48, 0.57, and the potential of new all-time highs will be coming there, but it needs to show an impulsive rally from here and manage to break above this previous peak. So it's a step-by-step process. In the short term, this could be presenting a potential buying area against April low. If you are looking to trade the short term, then you could be watching this area if price managed to reach it, so somewhere maybe around 0.16, 0.15, which could present a good buying opportunity. Even just looking for another bounce against the previous peak, this could be a good move. So potentially a potential 2x to retest the previous peak. So that's for Hedera. Now let's move on to NEAR, one of the oldest coin from the previous cycle as well. You can see we are still below the previous 2021 peak. We are making higher lows. This is why all these instruments that are still showing higher lows, I really don't like looking at buying opportunity for them at this stage. It's better to look for the instrument that did either make new all-time highs or they are showing a bullish sequence. So that's basically a better structure to follow or to watch in the short term. Doesn't matter if you are already an investor or not. I'm talking about current situation, what we expect in for the alt season. I would rather go with these instruments for now that are showing a better bullish sequence than this one. So for now, I can see that from October 2023, it only did 3-wave bounce. There is no impulsive structure and it's been trading sideways to lower from there. Even in December of last year, it failed to make new highs. So it's even making higher lows in the short term with lower lows. So there is a clear path here. I still expect this to bounce higher with the rest of the market until October 2025, but there is a high probability that NIO won't be breaking again above $9 and will end up doing something similar to this, creating another lower high, then will be back below $1 to break into new lows during the next bear market. Anything is possible at the bull market for a break to the upside, but looking at the data, this is not favoring a break into new highs from here. Even if it's going to break above the 2024 peak, you can see it's not going to make new all-time highs. I mean, it could be just retest a 9.9 all the way even toward $14, but this will be still another lower high from 2021 before the market drops again. So even if it managed to make this type of a scenario, then I expect this to fail. Okay, let's continue with the questions. There was a question about Matic. I know Matic was one of the favorite coins from the previous cycle. A lot of people owned PTC and many of them are looking to, Matic or Polygon, and many of them are looking for this instrument to finally bottom and start rallying again to new highs. To be honest, I don't think this will happen. As you can see here, it's clearly showing from 2021, keeps making lower highs. Even last year, it did manage to make new lower highs. And what happens by the end of this year when the majority managed to rally? First of all, it did manage to make new lows below the 2022. So basically, the market is riding. Majority of the coins are making new highs or new all-time highs. This one is making new lows, which is a weakness for the instrument. That's why it's considered one of the weakest at this stage. And even we are expecting a bounce to happen later on, I don't think this will be any big bounce to be able to look for big potentials. Definitely not going to make new all-time high in the cycle. So maybe even something similar to this, another lower high before it resume the drop. Best case scenario is to correct the entire cycle from 2023 peak because we have 5 swing down. So if we go with the more technical perspective, it could be doing something similar to this 3-wave bounce, correct this entire cycle. So maybe a bounce back toward the 50% area, which could even take it. I mean, in the short term, could look as a decent move from 23 cents toward, almost toward $1, which I doubt this will be even that big, but that's still basically a 3 or 4x to the upside. But I wouldn't be considering Matic at this stage. There is definitely a better altcoins to be able to buy them in the short term. Now, if we take a look at other alts, just allow me a second here to load the next chart. One moment. Okay, should be okay. Okay, so K2 is one of the estimates that we talked about it on Friday. I think it was presenting a short-term buying opportunity. Let's see. Yeah, the short-term buying opportunity didn't present any good levels, but the idea is the same. It's showing what I really like about K2 here is showing 5 swing from the lows. I'll remove the drawing and explain it again, because this is really good, because this is one of the new announcement that you should be keeping on your watch list. 5 wave up. I mean, it's the same as hype. After the first 5 wave up to the upside, a 3 waves pullback took place. This one did the same. You can see it was presenting a buying opportunity on April, and from there it resuming the rally. Most importantly, for now, we are seeing a clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a bullish impulsive structure. Now what you expect from K2 is to present a buying opportunity during the pullback. So if it managed to do something similar to this, then you buy, looking for the rally into new all-time highs. We can be expecting different targets higher, but let's take just a potential target here based on the chart from Binance. So if we're going to resume the rally within wave 3, if this was your wave 1 and 2, then you are starting wave 3 to the upside, and this is also your wave 1 of 3. So I put the labels here with it. So you can expect in another 5 wave advance, and it will be at least looking for a target around 5.2 within this strong move to the upside. If it managed to break the previous peak, we are getting close to there, but could be some sideways price action because we are already seeing 5 waves. But don't try to sell it here, of course. This is only for presenting buying opportunities. Remember, we discussed this in the session. When you see the 5 wave, don't try to sell it, because the market could be nesting, and in this case you are trying to sell the strongest wave 3, and what could end up happening, this could be 1 2 1 2 and another 1 2, and the market just keep extending to the upside. I mean, the perfect example was hype here. You see the first leg, 5 waves, you try to sell it, keep extending, you can see another 5 1 2 3 4 5 swings. You see 5 swings, you can assume that this will be correct and lower. Okay, so you say, okay, I'll sell here and wait for a better levels to the downside to be able to buy it. But later on, what end up happening, the market explode to the upside within the strongest wave 3. Now let's continue. Allow me. Okay, allow me a second here. So let's go back to K2. So if K2 is going to do an extended wave 3, then most likely we're gonna see higher levels even beyond 5.2. We could be aiming for the 4.2 here, which could be even around 12. So there is potential for these estimates. They are still leading. So I will favor buying these. Even I mean, spot price is the best, but if you are looking for trading, you need to have a clear structure to be able to buy it. As I showed, for example, in hype, it presented in the short term, in the daily, a good buying opportunity, but you could have kept trying the short term pullbacks. Even for K2 here, if we go back to last week, yeah, this was a perfect buying opportunity. Just an example how you can implement our blue box strategy. When you are trading within the trend, you see the move, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and you are looking for a pullback in 3, 7 or 11 swings. So this is, you wait for the market to give you that opportunity. This one kind of missed it by few, but the idea is that you wait for 3 waves, it reaches the equal-X area, and you buy the blue box. So now I don't see a clear 3 wave, so maybe the market could give you something similar to this. Let me delete. If it managed to do something similar to this, then yeah, this will be a good buying opportunity later on. Okay, let me check about other questions. We'll be also going over some crypto stocks. There was a couple of questions about that, and we'll be over some meme coins for sure. Okay, so the questions was about, right, and Mara Holden, yes. Okay, let's start by, right, because this one is lagging compared to if you compare this, of course, you can't compare this to MicroStrategy or coin, but as long as this is within the same theme, then we can consider this as a crypto stock with a mining related sector, of course. Now we can see from 2023, this is basically similar to majority of altcoins that failed to rally this cycle. They're lagging. This is a downtrend taking place from the peak. It keeps creating lower highs. It keeps creating lower lows. Even this, the recent move in April did manage to make low lows. So this is technically speaking bearish. Despite the fact that we are sitting within this equal X area coming from 2023, which is the reason we are seeing, we saw this first bounce from the 100%. We are seeing another bounce again. But technically speaking, I won't be denying that this could still make a new marginal low, retest the channel from the peak before a larger bounce. Most bullish scenario, it holds the lows of April, similar to the rest of the market, which should be the more aggressive approach. If we go to the short term, it's looking to have ended the cycle from here. Let's see, cycle with divergence. Yeah, so if it managed to create a three-way pullback, I'll go even to the short term to show you here. I don't see clear structure, but we could be looking for a three-way pullback to develop in the near term. Remember, the stock market is closed today, so within the rest of the week, if you see something similar to this, around this area, around 7.85, 8.24, a three-way pullback, then you could be looking to take it, because as long as it's holding above April low, then this should resume the bounce higher. Out will be correcting the cycle from last year, so I expect, right, to bounce back toward $11, $12 before retesting this trend line. Now the question will be depending if Bitcoin will be extending a lot in the coming few months, then it will have a chance of breaking out of this range. Just remember, this is a big, almost 2 years sideways price action. If there is strong rally in Bitcoin and we could be extending the cycle toward 200,000K, then we'll be aiming for a target around 23.534. But it's a step by step. First of all, we need to see an impulsive rally from here. Then it needs to break above the channel to open the upside. So probably a break and close above $14 is the confirmation that we're going to extend to a 23.34. Now, if we look at Mira stock, the short term, I think I have already count here in the short term. Let me double check. Yeah, the short term is also showing 5 waves, similar to the previous stock, right? It's basically the same. It's against April low. Put it in green. So ideally, this one will be also doing 3 ways pullback. Then resume the rally. It should hold above $10. I mean, doesn't need to be this big. Could be just retesting the 38% around 14, 28, 13, 36, then resume the rally. Now the rally to the upside, where we can expect this to correct the cycle from November of last year, so similar to the previous one. This could take it back. I'll delete some of the labels to keep it clean, just to explain it. We could be expecting a move back toward 22, 20 area, but do I think this is making new all-time highs anytime soon? I don't believe that's going to be the case. The best case scenario following the move higher in BTC would be a break toward 40, but it really needs to catch the rally with BTC, because we do see at the stage a 5 swing from 2022, I believe. Yeah, that's to December 2022. So let me show you here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. So 5 swing. So technically speaking, this was a 3-wave pullback. A big 3-wave pullback. Let's check. It should be around the equal X area. I'm missing equal X by few, yeah. But we are getting the bounce. So if it holds hyper low, this could be one of the stocks that could follow BTC in the coming few months, and it will open this leg higher. It really needs to start accelerating in the coming few months to be able to catch the move, and that target will be around 40. No confirmation yet. I'm just assuming in case this is going to be really breaking this peak, and that will open the upside. But for now, it could be just 3-wave bounce and then fail again. How are you able to define this? During the next rally, if the stock doesn't make 3 and start pulling back, it managed to make clear 5, then yeah, you can expect this to start the rally and aim for $40. I hope that was clear. Now let's continue with some other coins. I can check. Yeah, I'll keep within the watch list, and I'll be checking. Yeah, I think Marcus MSTR, of course. Okay, as we are talking about the crypto stocks, you can see this one is maybe correct in April or May. Let me double check. This is cycle from April. Yeah, it's still showing 3 swings, to be honest, from the lows, because technically speaking, let's take the 8-hour to see. Yeah, the main low was in 28th of February. So yeah, it's still showing 3 swings from there, but this is also, as long as it's holding April low, it will be expected to remain supported and do a 5 waves up, which will support it again into new highs. I don't believe this is starting a big new cycle to the upside. Best scenario to go with the BTC, this is doing a wave 5. If the MicroStrategy stock is doing a 5 waves, then the minimum target should be around 615, 733. I think that's a good target to be able to see. Okay. Okay, let me check. I see. So it's not allowing the comments. Yeah. So the setup for the live was not allowing the comments. I apologize for that. I'll go over the one that I mentioned in the X post, and I'll cover the one from previous session, but we'll be doing another session next week or during the next weekend, and you could be also dropping those questions. I'll keep this one short. Don't worry, this is not going to be a long session, just to keep things quiet and answer the previous one. If you like this type of Q&A session, maybe once per week, we can go over them. So as I mentioned, so this is going to be a final push higher within wave 5 if BTC is only looking for the wave 5 as explained toward 121, 135. So I'll expect minimum target around 615. Now Coinbase, slightly different story. The structure is not the best, but let me just delete the labels, because remember, this one still didn't manage to make new all-time highs. It's technically speaking, I mean, the structure is not the best. We can count it in 2 different ways. I mean, we can make this as a 5 because there is divergence, but this big move did manage to take September 2024 low or August, and there is two scenarios that we can be looking for. Either this is a main connector and the stock is starting a new cycle. In this case, this is the more bullish or the extreme bullish scenario for coin to be able to break into new all-time highs. It will be targeting 459 all the way to 655. I don't think this will be a the main scenario, but this is the most bullish presentation of the stock. If it's going to do another 5 waves to the upside, something similar to this before the big correction. However, if we go with the main idea with BTC, because this one still didn't even make new highs above December, while BTC making new highs. So this could be just looking for a 5 wave to end the cycle with BTC around October. And then the minimum target for that will be based on the inverted fib levels. So we could be aiming for 400, 480. There is a chance of making new highs on this one, new all-time highs, but we need to take it step by step. In the short term, it's looking to be an impulsive move, but it's still missing the 5 waves. The impulsive structure is there, started to show, but we need to create probably a 4 and a 5. Then we start a pullback against April, then more upside. So it's a step by step. But yeah, if Bitcoin is going to continue higher, then yes, I'll be expecting this one to remain supported. Okay, now let me go over some. So this, I think I covered majority of the questions that we missed. Now, we talked about SPX 6900. This one is in the process of building. It's looking to be a building and potentially nesting structure as long as it keeps creating higher highs, higher lows. And if it's going to be breaking the previous peak, then we showed the target in the previous session. The reason I'm showing this again, because it could be presenting short-term buying opportunities, because 5 swing from the lows. Yeah, it could be aiming for $2 all the way to 3. We are still trading below $1 here, so that could be a decent swing spot rate even for the summer. Now, if we are trading against either April or May lows, there could be a potential buying opportunity if we get a move back toward 72 cents, 67 cents, somewhere around these levels, the previous lows. I don't think this is going to happen in the short term. I mean, it could take some time, but maybe something similar to this in the coming few sessions. If you see a move lower, it could be another buying opportunity, even could be retesting this trend line. I don't know, but this short-term correction in BTC could be allowing you to get a decent entry with alts. That's the best expectation for now. If we head to a couple of other instruments, now more of the question will be around XRP ADA. Now, Ripple, the short term is kind of tricky because, first of all, it's only 3 waves up and it's breaking the trend line, suggesting that could be correct in the April cycle, similar to the majority that we've been showing recently. But this sideways price action could be tricky because, technically speaking, the buying area for XRP is around $2.1. But for now, it seems to be the support keeps holding after breaking this range. It's been holding this range for a while, managed to break it, and now it is in the same range around 2.3, 2.5, sorry, 2.25. And if this range keeps holding, then the market could end up buying from here with the triangulation without getting the full move to the downside, because this is a perfect buying opportunity. But if we just look at the structures and forget the equal legs lower, it seems to be after the break of this declining trend line from 2025 peak, the price is trying to retest it and establish kind of a base here before the next leg to the upside take place. I don't know what's going to be the main low here or maybe in a few days, but it has the potential to break higher, and I'm still expecting this one to trade into new all-time highs because it has an incomplete sequence to the upside in the daily and weekly. I would be expecting 3.8, 4.5 as a minimum target. It can extend even further, but this is a minimum target for this move. Remember, the weekly cycle for this one is bullish. It's 3 swings into new all-time highs. So the weekly and monthly bullish, which means that the next cycle or the next alt season cycle with BTC, I'm not talking about this year, I'm talking about the next 4 years, this will remain bullish and it will present another monthly and weekly buying opportunity after finishing the cycle. So when this entire cycle finish, I believe there will be another correction, of course, during the bear market. This will be another buying opportunity because the entire cycle from all-time lows is an incomplete, which means people will be trading on the next cycle probably toward, I know the crazy targets that everyone is calling, but I'm going just technical based on this structure. Could be looking for higher target around $8, even $9 later on. I'm talking about 4 or 5 years. But now in the short term, all I'm expecting is 3.8 and 4.5 to finish this cycle, then a pullback. Then later on we can talk about the next cycle. Cardano is the one lagging. Now there is still a chance for Cardano to make new highs. It's going to be step by step. In the short term, I think it bounced from a short-term buying opportunity. It keeps holding this trend line from April, so seems to be good for now in the short term, showing still kind of 3 swings. If we count this, it's not going to be 5 waves. Let me double check. Yeah, it's not going to be a 5. Slightly, depending on the broker, but yeah. But it's more importantly, it keeps creating the higher highs. High, a new high. And another high. And it keeps creating higher lows. And every 3 waves pullback, you can see it's finding buyers on the extreme area. Another buying opportunity was yesterday, and it's bouncing from there. Now, short term, of course, we can expect more upside toward 0.9. I think breaking $1 would be critical because if we go now to the higher time frame to avoid any confusion with these labels, we go to the daily, we can notice that the cycle from 2023 in this case is only showing 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. If this is really bullish for the future, not for the current cycle, I don't believe Cardano will be making new all-time highs this cycle. It's lagging. It's basically what XRP did. XRP did the previous cycle. It managed to accumulate, then skipped one cycle, and the following cycle it managed to break an all-time highs. I think Cardano is doing the same. So in this case, it's showing 3 waves up. It have a chance, if it's really bullish, then it needs to make this move higher toward 1.5, even $2. And then it will be presenting later on a good buying opportunity during the next bigger market, because it finished the cycle, a larger 3 waves pullback to correct the entire rally from 2023, and then in that case it will present a good buying opportunity for 2028, 2029. So I won't be relying on this for now, but in the short term, if you are short term, then of course this is still good trading opportunity. I mean, even you are chasing the wave 5 here to the upside, you could be catching a 2x move with a 100% move to the upside. I think that's something you can be looking to. Sui, some question in the notes about Sui. Now this one, in the short term, cycle from April ended. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advance. This is a typical 5 wave to the upside. And we are now seeing a 3 waves pullback. So this is a perfect example to apply the short-term trading opportunities with the blue box strategy. A hedging opportunity. Remember, the announcement is still showing only 3 swings and 2 new highs. Either is going to be a nesting structure, which will be the most aggressive scenario, 1, 2, 1, 2, and start in a wave 3. But just keeping the correlation with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is going to be doing just a wave 5, then Sui, a minimum target for wave 5 will be around 6.2, 7.6. Even for that, if you are trading the short term, buying against April is your best option for now. And you can see this is kind of developing in the short term with a live potential buying opportunity around 3.5. And if we calculate potential risk reward towards 6.2, that's going to be a decent move. So let me just there you go. I think this is a decent risk reward position, putting the stop just below 3. Yeah, this is a really good risk reward. 5.5 RR is a good for crypto trading. You don't need even leverage for this one, just a spot trade. Stop loss just 15% loss for a potential 5x your position. Overall, I think this is one of the also leading. I expect this to continue higher alongside some of them, like XRP. Sol is still not yet the best structure, but the only good buying opportunity was around the April low. It reached the 100% from this move using an internal connector in the 4-hour. It was presenting good buying opportunity between the 618 area of the cycle from the lows and the 100% from the peak. So since then, I am not seeing any good buying opportunity. But if you are holding Sol, there is still a chance of making new highs. Do I think this is starting a new cycle to the upside? I don't think this is the case. It's still higher highs, so we did see new all-time highs. But if this is really going to be a new highs, then this is a fifth wave to the upside, and there will be definitely a pullback after that. The most bullish scenario that I see for Sol is that finish 5-wave advance to the upside around $342, $400. Then of course the larger correction in the bear market would be going again below $100 for sure, and you should be accumulating again because you have a monthly or weekly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a bullish structure, and this will also be rallying in 2028, 2029. But for now, short term, yeah, more upside could be seen in the coming few months. Still, I mean, you see all these presented are big cap or the bigger market cap coins, so we won't be expecting them to do a 20x or 100x, but I mean, a decent 2x or 3x in the coming 2 or 3 months is good enough to be able to start taking profit. I mean, if you want the bigger gain, you can be looking for the smaller coins. Let me just check in if there is any other comments that I can go over. We'll be doing another session for small coins. I'll just go over Dogecoin because everyone is looking this as the leader of the memes, but I mean, the cycle has been underperforming. There is plenty of memes during the cycle, but the main one, the biggest one, let's say, not the main leader, but the biggest one is still lagging. Now, for the short-term pullback, I think we are done with that because it's 3 swings from the peak, sitting still within the extremes. It was around 0.21, 0.15. It's still reacting from there. So I think the short term still needs to define this structure. I'm seeing still 3 waves. If it managed to create something similar to this, then yeah, it will hold the lows and continue the bounce. Will it make new all-time highs? To be honest, I really don't know. It's been lagging. It can, I mean, it could be just doing this in a couple of weeks like we saw before here. I mean, sideways for a while, then all of a sudden you break into a strong wave 3, and there you go. It could make new all-time highs, but best case scenario for now, I can see a retest of 66 cent area, and then yeah, could we make a new all-time highs? I won't be relying on the big market cap to give the most gains, so I'll stick to the one with the bullish sequence within the short term. I showed, I think, one from the AI sector. I think this one is a good structure. It's still bullish. Yeah, it's already moved, of course, but making new all-time highs, I would be waiting for a corrective pullback. Then this could present a good buying opportunity. So maybe should be looking for a higher low, something maybe similar to this. Then it should rally again. Keep in mind this already did, yeah, 10x from the lows. So yeah, not the best time to be chasing here. Wait for a pullback in the daily, then you can be looking to take it. Let me know if you have a question. You can put on the comment for even next session. So that will be a wrap for this live Q&A. It was just a short one. If you like this type of Q&A session, we'll be doing this frequently. If you are looking for more crypto insights, of course, more technical analysis, you can check out our service at Elliott Wave Focus with the website elliottwave-focus.com. I'll show you the website here in a second. We have We are covering 6 premium cryptocurrencies. On the premium coverage, we have Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, XRP, Dogecoin, and Binance Coin or BNB. With the free section, we cover Litecoin, Tron, ADA, Cardano, of course, and Monero. So that will be for we have currently also we are running the Memorial Day promotion. You can check it out. If you are looking to join, you can be using the promotion code here. And if you want just to try the service, you can use the 14-day trial. You can follow us on X as well at Elliott Forecast. We have also the YouTube channel. You can watch the previous webinar recording of the webinar at Elliott Wave Forecast. And thank you everyone who joined it, and thanks for the question. If you found value in this session, like, share, and follow me at Alianovicio and X for more market insight. Stay sharp, trade smart, and